All right, day 8 of my journey with stem cell regenerating patches. So for those of you that watched yesterday's video, you will know that yesterday I wore both a X39 as well as the Eon patch. So X39 is the sort of like the OG one, I call it, which is really, really amazing, does fantastic work. And then Aeon is for sort of like when you're tired and you're very stressed and you're very overwhelmed and you're feeling kind of drained. You need that extra oomph of energy. And it's been really, really exceptional. It's been really amazing. And even my biological clock seems to be sort of like balancing even more. I remember 17 minutes before 9 last night. I just felt, okay, it's time to go to bed. And my dog and I went to bed and we had a beautiful sleep. And I woke up feeling amazing. And of course, animals can always feel what we feel. And the thing to also remember is, especially with dogs, they feel it as if it's their own. So when we are all stressed and overwhelmed and highly strung and whatever, the animal actually feels it like it's their energy, and then they don't understand and then they get overwhelmed. But I kind of saw that as I became more calm and more centered in my life, my dog is so much calm. And I've got a Jack Russell, and he's like 2 years old. He's like in the prime of his life. And he's been nice and super calm, not as whiny and naggy as he always is. And I will admit, when I started this journey, I have been a little bit snowed in because there's a lot that's happening. I've got my YouTube channel work that's still going on. I've got my clients. I'm busy recording a course which is so close to my heart, psychic development, oracle card reading course, and ongoing coaching that I'm doing. I'm in the process of moving. I have to finalize the movements. I have to move at the end of this month. So there's a couple of boxes that need to be ticked, and I was very thinly spread and very all over the place and quite highly strung in actual fact. So this product came at the best possible time for me, at the best possible time. And I'm so glad that I didn't say I don't have time for this right now and I'm not going to spend that money right now, because it's the best thing that I've ever done for myself. So today is day number 8 with feedback, and or the 8th day of being on the journey, giving you feedback on day number 7 of the journey. Welcome to this this beautiful video of today. I'm Adrian Nelson. I'm a life holistic wellness practitioner, life coach, life guide, and I'm just sharing my journey with you. So for today, I decided to not wear a patch. I wanted to see what it is like when you go through a day without wearing it, because I also wanted to make sure that this is not a product that you do really, really well if you wear it every single day. But if you miss that one day, then it's almost like a calamity and you can't cope. Because I remember I shared a little bit of my mental health journey with you and medication. And the thing with that medication was it would keep me kind of like in this very dwanky space, but in a space where I felt I could deal with the world. But if for any reason I didn't take the medication, I forgot to take it, whatever the case may be, I just couldn't deal with life, and everything was too overwhelming and everything was too heavy and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to make sure that this is not something like that, because one of the things with microdosing, different sorts of mushrooms, what really resonated with me with that is that you still, you don't get like high. You still have just a normal, beautiful life experience. Everything changes beautifully around you, and it is non-addictive. That was a big thing for me. And I wanted to make sure that with these patches, that I'm not sort of building almost like a codependent relationship, with technology. I wanted to make sure that that's not the case, because I think sometimes we can fall into that. And that is predominantly the reason why I decided to not wear a patch today. Okay. So, quite a beautiful day so far, I'm a little bit off my game. I will admit that. I'm a little bit off my game, sort of like time-wise and stuff like that. But then there's also a couple of things that have happened today. I've got some packages that needed to be delivered via courier, and so 2 of them arrived in closer session, and I needed to order food and I needed to go pick that up, and there's a personal matter there's 2 personal matters that I needed to deal with. I had a little bit of a chat with one of my clients. I had a phone call with a friend. So there's a couple of things that I need to do. And today it did kind of feel that, things were going a little bit all over the place. And, it might just be in my mind. I'm not denying that, because I have increasingly just been able to, over these last 7 days before today, the 8th day, I've just gotten more focused and stuff like that. So it might be a little bit in my mind that because I'm not wearing a patch today, but I don't feel drained, I don't feel unfocused, I don't feel like I can't do anything, but I do feel that there's that little bit of a touch that I can get, which I suppose is really, really cool. But in no ways am I feeling like I can't cope. So I think that was something that was important for me because I wanted to establish if you can go through a day without the patches. Because if it is a case where you have to wear them in order to be able to get through your day, then there just becomes another sort of thing that you depend on, and that you become dependent on, where you kind of, the way that I see it, kind of like give your power away to that because it's like an addiction. You can't live life without that. So I wanted to make sure that this is not the case with that. And I'm happy to report that it's not, I'm still in a very good vibe. I'm still in a very good flow. And I think I just needed to tick a lot of things off my boxes. I mean, life is still life and life is still going to happen. And with that being said, some really beautiful things have been happening today. I mean, a friend has sent me this really, really, I'm going to show you very quickly. Give me a second. All right, so I am very into Egyptian things, and so a friend of mine sent me this beautiful orgonite today, which I thought was amazing. And another person has sent me like a whole set of books, that is all about sort of like spirituality and psychic ability and the past of it, which is quite cool because my best friend and I, we want to start a podcast, this sort of thing, and well, a podcast, and I've been wanting to look deeper into a lot of the origins and the history, of esoterics, and maybe also do some programs almost like in a documentary sort of way. So that was really, really cool. My dog is still very, very calm, which must mean I am very, very calm, and everything is settled and everything is beautiful, So I am happy to report that if you do use these patches and you do skip a day, or a couple of things can happen. You may run out of stock, or you go somewhere and you're in a hurry and you forget to put on the patch, or you go away for a weekend or whatever, because when we do well, we don't always think about it. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to establish that I'm able to still live a beautiful life with or without the patch. And so I am very, very excited to say that I can still have a beautiful day without the patch, and I look forward to wearing my patch again tomorrow. Yeah, it's a beautiful journey. And I actually got this idea from a lady who's been using these patches for more than a year, who's become a close friend of mine. And she said, if you really want to feel the effect, because you get used to how good it feels and how normal it begins to feel, she said, wear them for a month or two and then stop wearing them for a week. And then after the week, you wear them again and you feel that effect again, So I can't really say that I felt anything worn off too much. Like I can do with it, like you can do with an extra cup of coffee. So I feel a little bit like I can do with that extra cup of coffee. But I think I've just gotten used to how sort of amazing, it feels, how amazing it feels, going through the day wearing these patches, not even thinking about it. Because I even realized last night as I love showers. So as I went for a shower again last night, I was sort of like washing my back and I'm like, oh, and I kind of forgot that I was, that I was wearing them. But so far the journey's been really, really beautiful for me. I have been amazingly, wonderfully privileged to connect with a lot of other people that have been, wearing these patches. As I'm saying, please watch the channel. I am going to start a WhatsApp group for this very, very soon. My best friend is starting a Facebook group, you know, so it's a community where you can join. And it's not just about trying to sell things to you. It's about, you know, sharing with you the different technologies, how it works, other people's reviews, other people's points of, you know, points of view, their experience, why the patches work, how they work. Because, I mean, these things are fantastic, you know. You can even wear them when you're pregnant. I mean, what is something really out there that's amazing that you can wear, you know, while you are pregnant, when you really think about it? Because remember, it is stem cell regeneration. It actually helps your body to perform better, you know, to be better. So I'm going to keep that short for today because I do have a lot of things that I need to do, and I am pretty much on track, and I'd like to stay on track. So I wish you a beautiful day or evening or whatever it is, wherever you are. You know, comment and say hi. And from my heart, namaste. Love and light. Bye.